guys, it's Miss Lockwood from Next Level Sports. Today in our PE lesson we're going to do some gymnastics. So we're going to go through some different gymnastic elements, and the aim of the PE session is for you guys to create your own gymnastic sequence. What we're going to do is we're going to do our warm-up first, which is going to include some of those elements that we're going to put into the sequence. Then we're going to go through each element individually, so you can have a go at them all and choose which one that you either like the most or you think, oh, that's really creative, I'm going to go with that one. And then you're going to put it together at the end. All right, so let's get going. All you need is to make sure that you are in a beautiful big space. I've had to move a couple of bits and bobs out of my space to make sure that I can stretch out. So the best way of doing that is making sure that you can stand in a star shape and that you can move your arms around. Cool. The next one is that you need a water bottle. You might get hot and sweaty during this and need to be able to take drinks breaks. That's a great thing about a video. Press pause, have a drinks break, and then come back into it. Right guys, let's get going. Right guys, we're going to get warmed up. So make sure that you have got a drinks bottle at the end of this one so that you can have a quick drink after, because we want to try and get nice and hot and sweaty. We're going to do a warm up first and then we're going to follow it with a shape and stretch. Right, let's get going. You're going to jog on the spot. Use your arms. Let's punch up to the ceiling. Out to the side. Down to the floor. Keep going. Let's repeat this again. So up. To the side. And down to the floor. Right, we're going to take it into some jumping jacks. Ready? Off we go. Go out and in. Lovely. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go hand to knee. You'll reach in. Opposite hand to opposite knee. Up and down. Keep it nice and bouncy. Can we reach for our toes? Looking good, guys. Keep going. We're going to jump and twist. Lovely. We're going to heel flick, so try and kick your bottom. Can you go round in a circle? And the other way. One more each side. All the way around. And last time. Back to punching up. Sides. Down to the floor. Back to jumping jacks, out and in. Keep going, guys. Three, 2, 1. Hand to knee. Keep it bouncy. Keep going. You're doing really well. Right, reaching for the toes. Good job, well done. Right, making sure that you've got enough space around you to be able to circle your arms. So we're going to bend, circle. Lovely. Let's forward swim. Like a butterfly. 2 more. Last one. Now taking your hands on your shoulders, you're going to move your elbows. And then can you go the opposite way? Good job. Just your shoulders right up to your ears. Loosening off a little bit. Good. Circles with your wrists. Lovely. Good job, guys. Can you go the opposite way? One and then the other, maybe. Okay, we're going to take it into our hips, all the way around, like you're hula hooping. Other way. Good. Right, we're going to go around with our hips. So what the idea is, you're opening the gate, you're trying to get your knee up to your armpit. Open the gate. If you want a challenge, Can you open the gate one way, open the gate back? Open the gate one way, open the gate back. This is good for your balance. I know it's testing mine. Lovely. Right, give those legs a little shake. We're just going to go round with our ankles. Round with the ankle. Imagine that you are a spoon. Go round with your knee. Good, stir in the pot. Lovely, give everything a little shake. Good, so we're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Right, now we're going to stretch out in a star shape and you're going to reach for your toe. So we're going to go up, down, hold, hold, reach, up, down, hold, hold, up, down, hold. Now we're going to hold on the opposite side a little longer. So can you go both legs down? Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Down. Hold. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to swim and twist. So you're wrapping your arms around your body, coming into your legs a little bit more. Good. Okay, jumping into a stretch. Lovely. Come up on those toes. Can you test your balance a little bit? Now we're going to fold in half. So heels come down, all the way down. Try and keep those legs straight as possible. Reaching all the way down to your toes. If you want a little bit of an added extra stretch, what you could do here is hold onto your elbows and you really want to be as heavy as possible, looking through your head and relaxing your neck. Good. Okay, bending the knees, slowly coming up to the top. Lovely, well done. Right, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to come into a straddle position on the floor, just to do a quick stretch here. So your legs are out to the side, you want your legs nice and straight. If you find that your knees are popping up, try and bring in your straddle shape a little bit more. We're just going to do a quick stretch here before we get going with our first element. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach up to the ceiling. You're going to come down. Imagine that you are giving me a present, or I like to think like a tray of cupcakes or a cake. Lovely. And all you're doing is slowly moving from side to side, trying to keep your back as straight as possible, your legs as straight as possible, but it is a reach. Yeah, you should feel a nice stretch on each leg. We're going to hold it on this side. Good job. So hold it as far down as you can go. If you can only go to your knee, hold it there. Shin, try and push yourself. Ankle maybe. If you've got good flexibility, go for the back of your feet. Flex your foot potentially if you want more of a stretch. Good. We're going to bring it round to the other leg now, keeping it here. I know it hurts this one a little bit, so again, if you can only reach for your knee, go for there. If not, go further to the shin. If not, the ankle. If not, the back of your foot. And if you have got great flexibility, I want to try and see your tummy on top of your thigh and your chest on top of your knee, holding it down. Good. Right, let's stretch up in the middle again. And now you're going to reach forward. Again, pass me the cake. Give me the tray of cupcakes. Or a present. And if you want to try and put your hands on the floor in front of you, again, try not to make these knees pop. You want to try and flat on the floor, point your toes. Good. And slowly come up. Give your legs a little wiggle. Well done. Into pike. We're going to scoop the ice cream. Okay, so imagine that your arms are like an ice cream scoop. You're just going to scoop, reach to the top, making sure your arms are super straight at the top and your back is super straight. Your aim is try and get your tummy on top of your legs. Lovely. Right, we're going to hold it down. So scoop down, holding as far as you can go. Again, knees, shins, ankles or feet. If you want more of a, just turn this way so you can see my body a bit more. If you do want more of a stretch, flex your heels, scoop round to the back of your feet, like pull yourself in a little bit more. Good. Trying to get a gap between your heel and the floor. And pointing and flexing, pointing, flexing. Can you do one and then the other? So up and down, like we're swimming. Good. Okay, let's just do a couple of arm stretches and then I think we are ready to go with our first element. So we're just going to bring our arm across our chest and then the other one up to the ceiling so it looks like a cross, like a plus sign. Good. Really pull it in so you get a nice shoulder stretch. Lovely. Other side, so we're going to go across our chest, up to the ceiling, give it a good pull in. Not too much that you're going to hurt yourself, but enough that you can feel a little stretch in your shoulder. Nice. This one, you're going to pop it onto the back of your, in between your shoulder blades, and this is just a little push on top of your elbow. Nothing too strenuous. Nice. And opposite side, so reach in and placing the hand on top of the elbow and give it a little pull towards the opposite way. Nice. Now you're going to go into your hands, so give me a stop sign, turn them upside down and push your hands into the floor, and what I want you to do is just rock forwards and back. So we're just stretching out our wrists a little bit because we are going to be upside down with some of the movements that we're going to do today in gymnastics. Lovely. Okay, and forward, so you've got your stop sign, push into the floor, just rocking forwards and back, just to put a little bit of weight into your hands. Good, give those wrists a little circle, shake it off. Right guys, we are ready to go. So here we go with our first element. So the first element that we're going to do in our sequence today is shape. The shapes that we do in gymnastics, there's 5 basic shapes that we do, followed by a couple of supports. Today I've just picked the 5 basic shapes and they're going to follow on after this video. So I want you to have a good go at trying to get the technique of each shape right, and then you can start to think about which shape you really want to do to begin your sequence with. So the second element that we're going to do in our gymnastic sequence is animal travelling. So we're going to go through only a few of the animal travelling movements that we know in gymnastics. We're not going to do them all because there is quite a lot. So this is where your space needs to be quite big. So the first one that we're going to do is a duck, and this one wakes up our legs a little bit as well. So imagine that you are going down in a lift, you've got your arms down by your side, going all the way down, all the way down. Lovely. So we're in this position where our bottom is really close to our heels, and you really want to try and keep this shape as best you can. Try not to go into like a frog position, and also, even though it does get a bit tricky, keep your arms down and don't keep creeping up and up and up. And what you're going to do is you're just going to bob along and waddle like a duck. So we bob and waddle. Have a good go. Lovely. And as you're probably feeling right now, it is in your legs a little bit. Keep your arms as straight as possible and your bottom as close to your heels as you can. Well done. So that one's a duck walk. The second one that we're going to do is a bunny hop. And what we're going to do is we're going to sort of think back to the shapes that we've just done, and we're going to think about the tuck shape. So I'm just going to come down into the tuck shape for you. So in our tuck shape, arms are usually out, knees are in towards our chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to tip this up so that our hands are on the floor. So I'm tipping up. I'll just come back a little bit. So I'm tipped up and my knees are in between my elbows. Again, not like a frog. We want to be nice and tucked in. So from the side, I'm in this position. So what you're going to do is you're going to push your hands into the floor, trying to keep your arms as straight as possible, and you really need to control this movement so that you don't end up tipping over. And what you're going to do is you're going to push, you're going to tip up, you're going to try and kick your heels towards your bottom, and you're going to try and keep the shape and it's only sort of like a little push and then back down again. Yeah? So we're going to go push, kick, push, kick. And this is called a bunny hop. So you're going to push and kick, push and kick. Good. So you can do this travelling also, where we push our hands forward, kick our bottom, push and kick. Lovely. Good job, guys. So we've done a duck walk, and then that is our bunny hop. The next one that we're going to do is a bear. And this is what I like to call like a balancing bear. So we're going to try and keep everything as straight as possible. And while you're down, you're going to try and balance by picking up a hand and a foot on each side. So feet are a little bit wider than your hips. You're coming down to the floor and you're tipping up. And this is called a bear. Good. You can obviously do that travelling as well, but because of the space that I'm in, I'm quite restricted. So have a good go if you've got a nice big space at travelling like your bear. Picking up the hands and the feet. If you have got a small space, you can do it like me on the spot. Good. The next one that we're going to do, so we've done a duck walk, we've done a bunny hop, and we've done a bear. The last one that we're going to do is called a caterpillar, and this is good for our core strength. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down and you're going to come onto all fours to begin with, and making sure that your shoulder and elbow and the heel of your hand is all in one line. You don't want to be too far out or too wide. You want to make sure that you're nice and in line. And then once you've got this nice stable position with your hands, you're going to stretch out your feet so that you are in what we usually call a plank position. So you're trying to keep everything really tight here to try and hold the position as best you can. And if we think about the shape of a caterpillar, they move by pulling up into the middle of their tummies and then back out again. Up into the middle of their tummies and then back out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk our feet in towards our hands and then walk our hands out. Walk our feet in, walk our hands out. So we're in, I've got my hands ready, stretching out my legs. I'm going to go feet, 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 hands, hands, hands. Okay, I'm going to do this coming forward so then you can see me from a different angle. So I've stretched out in my plank position. I'm going to go feet, 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 hands, hands, hands. Walking that out. So it's up and out. Okay, I'm just going to try and do it coming across the screen so you can see it travelling slightly. So I'm in my plank position. I'm going to walk my feet in, walk my hands out. Walk my feet in, walk my hands out. And the aim is as well to try and keep your legs nice and straight so that you sort of come up and then back out. Come up and then back out. This is quite a good coordination skill as well, because you've got to move only one body part at a time and you're just trying to fold in. If you've not quite got the flexibility to be able to get into this position, which is absolutely fine, obviously bend your knees so that you can walk in and then back out again, walk in and back out. I recommend that you have a good go at this one. So if you need to pause the video, have a good go at all of them that we've just done. So again, we've done the duck walk, we've done the bunny hop, we've done the bear, and then we've ended with the caterpillar. So have a good go at travelling around the space, and the ones that you find most fun to do, and then that can be the one that you can pop into your sequence. So in this part of the sequence, we would now like you to be able to add in your own element. That it's obviously still within gymnastics, but something that is your own. So you've gone with your star to begin the sequence, then we've done our animal travelling. Now you're adding in your own movement before we move on to the balancing. So what I mean by your own movement is that it could be a leap, it could be a turn, it could be up high, it could be down low, it could just even be a freeze frame. Just let's get a little bit creative in what you can do. So for example, you might just want to do a little leap and down. You might want to do a turn. You might want to go turn and then turn all the way low. Yeah, just something that you can put in for yourself. All right, have a little play now by pausing the video, a little explore to be able to add in that element. Let's keep going then, guys. So the next part of our sequence is going to be a balance. At the end of this video, I've put together some of the balances that I would like you to learn and have a good go at. I want you to try, if the balance is, for example, on one foot, that you try both on your right leg and your left leg balancing. And I want you to be able to hold the balance for 5 seconds each. If you know some other gymnastic balances that might be on different body parts, then please have a go at them and see if you can hold them for 5 seconds. Again, being very careful that if you do wobble out of your balance, that you either put your foot down, use your arms, making sure that you're not going to bump into something around you. Okay. Right guys, this is the jump section of your sequence. I'm going to do each jump, demonstrating, making sure that you've got a landing shape at the end of your whatever jump that you do choose to do. Maybe have a go at them all first off and then decide which one that you think would fit best into your sequence. So here we go. So we're going to do a star jump first. So that's where we're stretching out into a star, snapping back into our landing shape. Our landing shape is where we've got our knees bent and our arms straight out in front of us to make sure that you, if you do end up wobbling a little bit, that you've got your arms for balancing. So we're going to go down and into a star landing shape. So that is a star jump. Our next jump that we're going to do is a stretch jump. So you're going to swing down, bend our knees. As we come up, we're going to come up into our stretch shape and then back down into our landing shape. So we're going to go down, stretch, landing shape. I'm just going to do it from the side so you can see the line of my body. So I'm going to go down, stretch, landing shape. Good job. Now we're going to go for a tuck jump. This one's a little bit harder, so if you are a little bit older, then you might want to have a go at this one. So this is where we're going to get our thigh, our femur, right up into our chest as high as possible. Our arms do stay in front of us, so we're going to come down, we're going to come up into our tuck jump and then down into our landing shape. Let's have a go. I am by no means perfect at this, so once you do send in your videos to us, we'll be able to see some fantastic tuck jumps from you guys as well. So you're going to come down and then we're going to tuck and then down into our landing shape. Again, I'll try it from the side. So we're going to go down, tuck up and into our landing shape. There is also 2 other jumps that we do, especially for our older children, but due to my space I'm not going to be able to do them, and that is a pike jump and a straddle jump. So we know the pike shape, that's where 2 feet come up, and the straddle where feet go out to the side. Again, snapping in with our landing shape at the end. So if you do want a little bit of a challenge, why not try those 2 jumps instead. Okay. Now you know all the elements for your sequence. It's now time to be able to put this sequence together. We really want the sequence to flow from one movement to the next element, into the next element, into the next. So what I'm going to do is show you my own sequence that I have created out of the elements that we've learned today. I'm really happy that you was able to join me today, guys, and I hope you've had lots and lots of fun. So here's my sequence that I've created. So I hope you have lots of fun creating your own sequence and that you can come up with a variety of different sequences as well. Maybe you double up some of the movements, adding in some different movements that we've learnt today. So maybe you do all of the shapes, all of the animal travelling, or your own movements, some different balances, and then all the jumps at the end. Maybe you could do it forwards, and then can you do it backwards? Could you do everything forwards and then in reverse, so starting with the jump, work your way back through the elements that we did? There's lots of different varieties that you could do, and this is the thing, it's meant to be fun and creative that you put together yourself. If you have got any videos and you do want to send them to them, we would love to see what you're getting up to at home. I'm really happy that you was able to join me today, guys, and thank you ever so much. I hope you stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.